This presentation is a demo for the project in CS6604, Spatial Database Management. This project was developed by Daniel, Shaymaa and myself, Arun. The project is Transit Crime Analysis. It combines the data from Washington Metropolitan Transit Authority, WMATA, and the crime data provided by various counties in the DC metro area. This is an Android application that will run on Android 1.5 and upwards. For today's demo, I'm using an HTC Evo cell phone that runs Android 2.2. The server-side code and database run on Amazon EC2. The application uses HTTP REST services to communicate with the server. The project analyzes crime near transit locations, both metro stations and bus stops, and allows the users to choose a safe transit location. Okay, let's start. The screen you see now is the dashboard of the Transit Crime Analysis application. The dashboard is divided into two groups. First one is Find Safe Transit Location. This section allows them to find a safe transit location. And the second section of the dashboard is the report section, which provides different reports. We will try each of them. Let's start with metro stations. This screen allows us county-based lookup of metro stations. This is not available through regular WMATA APIs, and we had to use the census APIs to figure out which station belongs to which county. You can see the major counties and towns in the DC metro area here. Let's start with DC. So when I selected DC, it brought the stations in the DC area. Let's look at the stations. I'm going to pick up Capital South. Let's analyze crime data. So this brought me crime data within a radius of 200 meters from a metro station, and in this instance it's Capital South. So what this data shows is there has been 132 count of larceny, there have been 16 counts of burglary, 6 counts of robbery, and 2 counts of assault offences near Capital South Metro. So we have chosen 200 meters as the radius because we wanted to analyze crimes that were sufficiently closer to the metro station. Our APIs actually allow the radius to be modified. So in the future versions of this application, we can probably take this as an input from the user if needed. It's not just the data is displayed in a tabular format here. We also have the ability to analyze it visually using a map. Let me click on this. So clicking on this has plotted the metro station and the crime points on a map. We are using the map on native Android. This is not a web-based map. So this is the pinpoints to the metro station, and we see various other pins around that actually point to different crimes. This is a larceny that has happened at the location 300 First Street Southeast. So this is an assault offense that happened in East Street Southeast, and this is a burglary that has happened in 100 East Street Southeast, and so on. So we can see various crimes here that have been near the Capital South Metro here. So we now have this information available for all the metro stations in the DC metro area. Let's pick a station in Virginia. I'm selecting Arlington County, and I'm selecting Crystal City Metro Station. Analyze crime data. So this has brought me the crime data within 200 meter radius of Crystal City Metro Station. So looking at this, we see that there have been 5 counts of burglary, 3 counts of uncategorized offences. Here it's called as all other offences. 2 categories of robbery and 1 category of larceny. Again, we should be able to visually see this data on a map. So So this shows the metro station, Crystal City Metro Station, and this is an instance of an uncategorized crime at 3300 Jefferson Davis Highway. This is a burglary that happened on 320 South 23rd Street and so on. Let's now move back to the dashboard. So the second functionality that we're going to talk about is to find safe bus stops. For this, we have used the locator services that Android provides. We use GPS and network-based locators. We find the bus stop within a 2000 meter radius of the current location using WMATA API, and for each bus stop, we use our crime engine and find reported crimes within 200 meters of each bus stop. So this shows up. If you go around, this shows up the bus stops near my current location, and I live in Dunloring, Virginia. So the current location is it shows the latitude and longitude of my current location, and the other pins that we see here are pins that represent bus stops, and unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, there aren't many crime near my location. Let's look at some of them. So this is at the bus stop at Lee Highway and Gallows Road. There has been one count of robbery here. Let's move on to something that's further away. So this is again this is a bus stop at Gallows Road and Fairfax Plaza. There has been one count of robbery again here. It's probably the same crime as the previous bus stop, because we find crimes within a 200 meter radius of a bus stop. So probably these overlapped. In the future version, we probably would like to give the ability for the user to enter an address and then select bus stops near that address. So we have moved back to the dashboard. We are now going to look at the report section. So basically, we have for the reports we have used open source chart droid application. We have made certain custom enhancements to it. Let's look at crime by county and type. So we have the ability to choose the type of chart we want to look at. I'm going to choose bar chart. So this shows the crime activity for 3 counties: Herndon, Falls Church, and Fairfax. We have restricted our display to just 3 counties here because especially with DC and other counties where there are large amount of crime, it doesn't really scale well on a mobile device. So here, looking at this, we can see that in Herndon, larceny has the highest count, and in Falls Church, it's a robbery, and so on. So this gives us a graphical representation of what crime is prevalent in which particular county. Let's move back to the dashboard, and we have also given an option to look at reports by station. Let's look at this. So basically, for this particular report, we have used all metro stations that have a crime count of 30 or more, and for each station we have looked at crimes within a 200 meter radius again. So by looking at it, let me tilt my phone. So by looking at this, we can see that the maximum number of crimes has happened in Metro Center, followed by DuPont Circle, which has an highest count. So this again gives our users the ability to pick a metro station that's a lot safer. And we do have the ability to use other graphs if we need to, but some of these graphs do not really work well with the type of data that we are using. So but we still do have the ability to plot them as any graph we want. And that's all for the crime transit analysis demo. We'll explain more and answer any questions during our presentation later today. Thank you.